Welcome to this week's Yep Yeah Yes with Tamika and Marissa. I'm Marissa. That's Tamika. So this week we're going to talk about, yeah, I said it. I've got so many things that I just kind of don't understand.
Well, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Anyway, what don't you understand? What don't you understand? You didn't say hi first. You should, you know?
Well, I wanted to get what we're talking about first and then get into the pleasantries.
Okay.
As I usually do, but thank you for interrupting. So there's just like person, places, and things that I just don't get. Do you have anything like that in your life where you're just like, not into it?
Yeah, all the time.
So one person, the one person that I just don't get, and I never did, and this actress has been out for a really long time, and I didn't see her show when it first came out, but I still don't get her. Jessica Alba. She did one of she came up on my feed. She was doing Megan Thee Stallion's Savage, TikTok thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I just never get her. I'm confused by the allure.
What do you mean? You don't understand why people are fans of hers?
I don't understand why people absolutely love her. Remember, what was that show? I think it was like Dark Angel or something like that.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It was like 19 years.
But I remember. I only remember because the guy that was the star of the show with her, Michael Weatherly, who she ended up marrying. Remember they married each other? And yeah. Or dated or something like. He used to be Cooper Alden on Loving. Because everything always comes back to my soaps.
So, okay, he was on Loving.
Yeah. So he was in the show with her.
Okay, and then they got married?
Right, and then he went on to do, like, what are those CSI shows on CBS? One of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't been a fan of hers since then or before then?
I just never got her. Do you remember how like that when that show was on, people were obsessed with her, and then she came out with her. Then she went on to do some movies and stuff like that, and again they're obsessed with her. Then she started her Honest brand, which is the baby care, and again people are obsessed with her. And one of the things that I remember when she first came out with that, people kept saying, you have to get over, and the way they worded it, I was like, something is here, and nobody's saying it. They would say, yeah, you see her as the celebrity and you have to get over that, and then you have to really understand what she's trying to say to get her vision. So it's basically this homegirl came in as a big old, and then they figured it out, and now they still work for her. But then she does all these like TikTok things now with her kids, and I just don't get, like, she's so popular. I just don't get it. I don't think she's like the most amazing actress. I don't think I do like her diapers though. When I did have somebody in diapers, I did use them because I do like the patterns. The diapers were actually awesome, but I didn't try any of the other products. But I just don't like everything she does. Is like she is the most amazing. She wears the best products. She is the best everything.
I think that's that statement can only be used if the people you surround yourself consider her that way. Because I don't know nobody that is like feeling her that way. Like who's saying she's the best and the amazing?
Whenever you see someone talk about her, like when she does her media tours for the things that she's promoting, it's always like, she is the best, she's this, she's that. Do you not remember when she started when she was doing her
they have to do that because she's coming on their show, but I don't see anybody ever talk about her when she's not like promoting something. You know what I mean? Like there's certain people that like Jennifer Aniston, she could have nothing in the books and people are talking about her like she just dropped the biggest movie of the year.
I know.
That's to me is like how I would compare it. Like Jessica Alba, she gets a lot of promotion and people talking about her when she's doing something. It's if you're not doing something and people are talking about you, and I look at them like, what's so great about this person? Although I do like Jennifer Aniston. You know what I mean?
You
But,
do?
yeah, I'm a fan of hers. I am. Although I'm a fan of her. How I put it, like, I like some of her work. I like some of her movies. Obviously, a lot of people like her movies. I'm a fan of Friends, and then like she's appealing when she does her interviews. At the same time, I have a little shade towards her because I feel like she's like the typical white girl with like no black friends. But I don't know if she has black friends or not. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's like the valley. Like, all my friends are blonde except for Courtney. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like, all her friends, they all seem like they all look alike. So I don't trust people like that. But at the same time, I don't know her like that. So I just remain a fan of her work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whereas Jessica Alba, I'm just like, she's like not on my radar unless she does something. She does a TikTok thing, and people, like, in the comments I was
But
reading.
even the Shade Room reposted her TikTok. The Shade Room. Like, seriously?
The whole thing is the shade room. A lot of the stuff they post is because they want people to be shady. That, like, they know what if you read some of the comments, they'd be like, we know what y'all doing. Why are you doing that? Because they'd be like, they'll put like Jessica Alba fire. And then in the comments, like, this bitch thinks she's still on Honey. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, that movie was trash.
that's
Yes.
why I think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
posted it, because they knew people would bring up Honey. They ain't never posted her before. That's the whole point of the shade room. They try to get people to be shady in the comments. Like, that's the whole purpose of it.
So I'm
True?
about to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so Lindsay Lohan just came out with a new song.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more lighting, but I can hear you.
So Lindsay Lohan came out with a new song, and I forget the name of the song. But apart from like, what's that movie, The Parent Trap? She's another one that I just don't get. I don't get her appeal either. Good or bad, indifferent, I really don't like. She was somebody that was fodder for Love to Hate, and then it was she's the greatest actress of all times, and then now she has another song. Lindsay Lohan is another person that I just don't get. But I did like her in The Parent Trap, but that was it.
I ever tell you I met her?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I met her when I used to work at Sam Goody in Huntington, because she lived in Huntington, and she came in the store, and she's buying CDs, and her father was waiting outside in the car, and her and a friend came in. They bought CDs, and it was The Parent Trap was out. It was then. And so
Uh-huh.
she signed everybody's CDs, just like sign this. We didn't even pay for the CDs. We're like, I ain't paying for this shit. Just give me. So it's like weird, but you looked at her, and it was like, I remember thinking to myself, like, wow, I didn't think that she would be like as big as she became. But I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, she's so, like, she was very bubbly and sweet. I had no idea that she would become like I don't want to, generalize her and call her call her out her name, but I didn't see that. But I mean, it was only a brief
Yeah.
moment or two. But in terms of like her career, I've probably seen like two of her movies, two or three. I know I saw The Parent Trap. I saw Freaky Friday. Um, what was the other one?
Oh yeah.
I
With
don't.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. Oh, and Mean Girls. Everybody,
Oh, how did I forget about that one?
everybody's seen Mean
Yeah.
Girls. If you
She
haven't
was
seen,
good in that.
yeah. But that's
She
all,
was good in that.
she was hot for a period of time, and and she was a good
But
actress. She was like, she's one of those kid actresses that you can be like, okay, she's actually good at this. But what's even, when I don't want to blame it on her parents, but sometimes when you're at that age, the lime and the glitz and the glam is alluring to the parents before it gets to the kids.
I can't imagine myself being like that.
What do you mean?
Like if one of my kids was doing movies and stuff, I can't imagine myself like I'm not going to no club with one of my kids.
But you didn't have any vices beforehand.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're
No,
not a
yeah, yeah.
drinker, you don't smoke, do drugs, or anything. But if you're already prone to that kind of thing, if you're already like you ever see some parents and you're like, why is she trying to compete with her daughter? She's trying
It's
to.
one of those things. I remember when I was prayed the first time around, somebody said to me, kids are emotional heighteners, and I think that celebrity is like life heighteners. If you had vices before, you won't have vices 10 times over now.
When
If
you have
you were
kids, really?
what?
When you have kids, you're gonna have more vices. They're
No,
gonna
like
be stronger.
no, emotional heighteners. So like if you're impatient before kids, you're gonna be hella impatient after kids. If you're always late before, you're gonna be even more late now. Like they're just emotional heighteners. Exactly who you are, they just elevate exactly who you are. So if you're
But
calm, even keel,
well, why do people say that my kids made me calm? They calmed me down. They made me sit still, sit down somewhere.
because they heightened it. If you were probably calm before, you were probably like that before, you just probably didn't realize it. They just heightened that part of you.
But no, but I'm saying if they were always out in the club and doing this, that, and the other, and they had kids and the kids made them sit down and reevaluate their life, you don't think that's possible?
I think it's possible, but I think that's something that you wanted to do anyway. Because people that are gonna go drop it like it's hot, they'll leave the kid with a babysitter. I think it's just that's what you was planning on doing anyway.
Okay. So Lindsay's parents planned on this is who they were going to be the whole time, whether she was famous or not.
Yeah, yeah. And do you remember that they tried to do a reality show with her sister?
Yeah, I vaguely remember. Like, yeah.
That was a mess.
So there's just like there's certain people like she. So me and you, even though now that we're older, we're when you get older, you're closer in age, but when you're younger, you're really not. So like Lindsay for me is not like she's more in your demographic. I know that sounds crazy, but me and you are like 5-6 years apart, and that makes a difference when you're a teen and early 20s and stuff. But
Yeah.
so for me, like it would be Drew Barrymore, not Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, she's another one that I don't get.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't get, like, everybody's like, she's so sweet. She sews this, she sews that. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, I was always a fan of hers and intrigued by her when I was growing up. It wasn't until like when she became sober and she just like talked a lot. She had a lot, like she's the type of person that I when I see her do interviews and stuff, she's like doesn't know how to shut up. You know what I mean? She just she's nonstop talking and she knows everything. And for a piece of me is like, I get it when you're like, she's like Anderson Cooper. It's like when you're hanging out in Studio 54 and you're a kid, you've seen some shit by the time you're 12. You know what I mean? So I understand.
I get that.
From experience. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, all right, we heard it. Let's move on. You know, and then
what do you like to say? You're addicted to your story.
Yeah. Iyanla Vanzant. Addicted to your story. But it's like I just don't like the whole like we get it. Let's just move on.
This is exactly what I'm saying. I don't get it. Like, okay, yep. Now let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm about to commit some blasphemy though.
What?
So I love avocado, right? I used to have an avocado tree in my home in Puerto Rico. Pick it off, slice that up. But everything else avocado, I just don't get. Like they ran with
guacamole?
it. I love guacamole. But like avocado toast, avocado hair mask, avocado face mask. There's like
avocado toast is so good.
Everywhere. Is it? I've never had it.
I had it. So I went to breakfast with my mother when I went to North Carolina a couple of years ago. And I didn't plan to get it, but I was like, yeah, it was like I had a hankering for avocado, but it was like breakfast. So I got it. Oh my God. I was like, I am missing out. But it's not something that I want to get every time I go out. You know what I mean? But it was so delicious. And they had this like glazed stuff on there. They hooked it up. It wasn't just like a slice of avocado with some toast. You know what I mean? It was like truly put some effort in. They put the elbow grease in it. You know what I mean? But
I like
understand what you're saying.
avocados, but not like that.
I understand what you're saying. Like, I don't get the mushroom craze. Like,
Oh,
shiitake. How do you say that?
shiitake, right?
Yeah.
Shiitake
I don't
mushrooms.
like mushrooms at all. I don't like them.
I think I'm texture sensitive because I don't mind if you cook with them. Just to eat them is
No, I
like,
don't want them. You know, whenever I go out to eat and I start sliding them to the side, and it's like I'm
ugh.
pissed because I forgot to tell them, and it's like at
Uh-huh.
this point, But I don't mind. I don't mind them being just like I don't mind the flavor in them. I just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, but just like cook with them, but just like I gotta push them to the side.
yeah, I'm just not trying to, especially like when pastas, you know, people put it in pasta and put zucchini and you know that kind of thing.
Ugh.
I know.
Ew.
I know.
Ew.
I know.
Do you have one, or should I keep going?
No, keep going.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep
So,
interrupting you.
all right. Celebrity athleisure brands.
Oh, so
I
like
don't get it.
athletics
Yeah.
and what's the Ivy Park?
Oh, hold up though. So it stops.
No, you
Don't
can't.
don't talk
You
about
can't say
Beyonce.
all. It's like saying one thing. You can. You either go for all of it or you go for people that celebrity.
No, but wait, hold up. And I'm gonna give you my 5-point PowerPoint presentation as to why Ivy Park does not fall into this. She had a vision. She worked on it. She had people in the boardroom to no. She did her homework. Homegirl did her homework. She didn't just throw out something and hopefully it stuck to the wall. We can't talk about Beyonce. I'm just saying.
So she's excluded from the conversation.
She's completely
Meanwhile,
excluded
she's
from the
excluded from
conversation.
every conversation
So
that we
Beehive,
had today. Everything from Jessica Alba
Beehive,
to Drew Barrymore to Jennifer Aniston. Beyonce is right there with them. But
Beehive. This is not me
that's
speaking.
the
This
only reason
Beehive. This is
she got
Tamika Blair.
she got to click. But
Beehive.
you're like, I don't want no part of it.
Beehive. I am not saying that. I said she is excluded.
Okay.
Beehive. She's excluded. I'm just saying. But like, I mean, sometimes I feel like when celebrities venture out into other things, they don't always do the homework. They don't always put the work in. Like Fenty Beauty. I think Fenty Beauty is there. It has staying power. I think Homegirl really did her homework. I think she really created a product that stands outside of her celebrity selling it.
Well, it
I
helps
think
too
that
that Louis Vuitton like became a huge investor. What is the parent company for? I don't remember the parent company for Louis Vuitton, but
I
that
forget.
that says a lot there.
But she came out the gate with like, wasn't it something like 49 different shades of foundation? Like
Yeah,
she came out the gate knowing her homework. A lot of these other celebrities only come out with like 7 shades of foundation.
because they make them from
Homegirl was talking,
themselves.
but see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like Fabletics. Ew.
Who does Fabletics? I just know the name. I
Um.
don't know who's behind it.
Uh. Uh. Homegirl.
Well, I can't.
Her mom was from Overboard. Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Oh, that's her. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What's her name?
I can't remember. And her and her brother have a
Hudson.
podcast
Kate
now.
Hudson.
Kate Hudson and
Kate
Oliver.
Hudson.
They have a podcast now together. A brother sister.
Do they?
Yeah.
How? I wonder how that is.
I haven't listened to it, but you just reminded me that I need to download it because we're in quarantine hell right now. So I need things to listen and watch. I'm not complaining though. I'm safe.
So I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but okay. Just hear me out though. Britney Spears. What happened?
Just her name annoys me.
So you get what I'm saying. I don't like she makes a video and her hair looks a mess. The way she dances is always like this. All she does is on her balcony twirling in a little skirt or like a tube top, and then it's like 89 million views.
She is mentally ill, though.
Oh, she's confirmed mentally ill?
I mean, she was in
I'm
a,
sorry.
she's on a hold, and her father still has control of her finances. They don't do that for people that are like can control their, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's probably on meds or something.
I thought she was contesting that now.
Well, I don't know where it went. I
I
think
don't know
I don't
either.
know if she was contesting the whole thing or she just wants more control of her money.
Oh, the conservatorship she's contesting. That's crazy. Can you imagine? Can
She's like
you
40.
imagine?
You
What
know, she's like 40.
is she?
I think so. She got to be like 40, close to it. And her father has conservatorship over. That's right there is just a sign that she's not all there.
That didn't that happen during her like. Listen, I think everybody goes through something in the early 20s. She had kids young. She was a celebrity young. Um, I, I, I almost feel like she had a raw deal, but at the same time, it's like that definitely needs to be looked at. You're almost 40, and you can't like she's not allowed to make music. She's not allowed to sign autographs. That's on another
That's
level.
what I'm saying. So I can't um knowingly sit here and shade her and get on her because the end is near and I'm trying to go through those pearly gates. So I'm trying my best to be good.
Well, I didn't know she was like confirmed mentally ill, so maybe I'll take that back. Maybe, but
Mentally,
I still don't get why
mentally,
she's
or was that a
what
lag? You said melt.
mentally.
Oh, I think it was a lag. It sounded like meltily.
No, but she needs to do something about those extensions because they look terrible. Um, so you know how like everybody's making their own cloth masks
Yeah,
and it's
it pisses
cloth,
me off. Shit pisses me off.
or
What?
they'll like cut up the vacuum. They cut up the vacuum
The whole.
bags and they slide it in the cloth.
I'm really annoyed. Let's just say, like, you shouldn't have brought this up because you're gonna have me go on a rant right now. First of all, the CDC tells us that we don't need masks a month ago, less than a month ago. Only people that need them are people that have it, people that are sick. Shoot to yesterday. Let me show the Surgeon General is doing a how-to video on how to make your own damn mask. What the fuck? What the hell is going on?
But
What?
now you see all these like reporters, they're doing these like they're showing you that the cloth mask that you're making literally does nothing.
Does nothing.
Like you're literally doing you walk around like this.
And then the president
Walk
talking
around
about
like
the scarf is good.
put your
What is going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And then did you see someone found a hoard of N95 masks, but they're getting moldy?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
My
Oh
cousin
yeah.
has a show. Joanne's he has a show called hashtag Factuals. Comes on every Thursday, and so he was talking about this guy in Brooklyn that got raided by the feds because he had the N95 mask. So now he paid for those masks,
Hoards.
but he
No,
was
but
selling them.
he was marking them up. He
Right.
was marking them up to resell, and he coughed on all the FBI agents when they came in.
It's like I don't know if like I don't want to steal my cousin's topic, but it's like one of those things where I don't know if like I'm like on the fence either way. Like, bro, like
Mm-hmm.
you wanna I can understand marking them up, but 700%. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's
So,
during a global pandemic.
like, and the one thing I keep saying is, damn, why didn't I save all those masks and gloves from when working in dental? I had so many. There was so many that I was like, I don't need all this. Now I'm like, even my father
I just want to
still
get paper
works for
towels.
the company. He didn't even have access before he started working home. He's like, I got what I could, but I can't.
But that's it.
There's only so much they had in the storage closet. Like people was taking that stuff out like back in January when they, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you see these people, how dare you, when they're taking off their gloves and masks and throwing them on the floor or leaving them inside shopping carts?
So you know that I work in retail. Like I'm going from store to store every day merchandising. I swear to you, every store that I go to, there's gloves and masks all over the street in the parking lot. Like what are people? There's garbage pails everywhere. I don't understand.
How
Why are they throwing that?
dare you?
And then I see people out there
How dare
sweeping,
you?
like Target people that are supposed to be getting carts out there sweeping. People that are working in supermarkets out there sweeping, and it's like,
You're putting
listen,
people at risk.
I understand the heroes are the healthcare professionals, but the heroes are also the janitors, the cleaning companies that are the people that are working for cleaning companies that are out there scrubbing day in and day out. The people that are ringing up customers at the register, we're still dealing with angry people for like, why are you being assholes?
No reason.
And then the other day, I'm at the supermarket and a guy is saying to the woman at the register, were you born in this country? What country are you from? And she's not answering him. And then another customer was like, hey, lay off, lay off. He's like, I just wanted to know. I was just asking a question. I was like,
People ask me that all the time.
yeah, but you're not Asian. And, it's like,
No.
it's not, I mean, people ask me that all the time too, but they're not asking me with this underlying thing, like, what are you doing here? Don't ask me, like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you making a face like that?
No, because sometimes I feel like they are. Like, does it matter?
No, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He specifically, like, we all know he was specifically asking her that for that particular reason. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just one of those things where uh, it's
Yeah.
this whole thing is bringing out the good in people, is bringing out the bad in people, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all.
On a positive note, though, I will say that I think um, it has heightened everyone's awareness, especially how we're interacting with each other, to the point that when you're stepping out of line, especially like that, usually it's like, oh, whatever, it's none of my business, whatever. But the hey, lay off. I think that is coming to the forefront more,
Yeah, definitely. And you're starting to
and
see also,
I'm
I
here
think,
for it.
I think you're also starting to see people's true colors. Although we've been seeing it a lot over the past few years, I'm not even gonna lie. Like whether you agree with our president's politics or not, he has emboldened people to speak their mind. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, some of the people that are emboldened are racist. They have no problem telling you how they feel. And it's disheartening, especially when you find out that it's people that like you've known for years, your friends, your family. It's like, what the hell? But you felt that
You
way?
know.
You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's like, what you supposed to do? Not speak to your family no more? Like not go to the barbecue? Like it's
No,
tough.
but you know what? You can go to the barbecue, but you ain't allowed to take a second plate. You can't make a plate to go home.
Yeah, you're not getting my collard greens, mac and cheese, and fried chicken. Yes, fried chicken. I said it.
Oh, I could go for some fried chicken right now.
So I ordered. I'm going to be blogging about today. My first piece will come out. I haven't blogged in so long, but I'm going to be doing restaurant reviews because I've been ordering from DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. Although I haven't ordered from all of them. I think I've ordered from DoorDash and Uber Eats. Anyway, I'm going to be writing reviews about some of the food that I've ordered. And so last night I ordered what do you call it? From this Asian restaurant. I got a chicken bowl. So it's like a fried chicken breast cut up over, it's laid on a bed of rice, tomato, like all these is so good. I can't even tell you. So look out
My
for that,
mouth is
y'all.
watering.
Look out for the blog, y'all. It's so good. So that's the one thing.
Oh
You
my
want
god.
to help out local business and stuff like that. Especially, it's not even local business because most of the local businesses are shut down. It's just basically local restaurants, you know. And
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though I don't, as long as I can still continue to make some money working, I'll do what I can. Um, but it's crazy right now. What are you doing? I know we switched topics a little bit, but you had mentioned the masks and stuff. Do you have masks? Are you making masks? Are you leaving the house? What's your
when I go to the grocery store, I'm not wearing a mask. When I go to the grocery store, obviously I'm keeping my distance. I'm not touching my face when I'm out. I'm not wearing gloves either. I do hand sanitize, but I have like the wipes hand sanitizing wipes.
Right.
So I'll do that before I get in the car, and then when I get home, I wash my hands and change my clothes. But I'm not going out that much.
Make sure you also, when you get in your car, in and out of your car, you wipe down the steering wheel.
Yeah. Well, I'm not touching the steering wheel until I'll wash my hands, like wipe my hands, and then I touch the steering wheel.
But I'm just saying, it's the way that they're talking is like every little piece, every little particle. Just be mindful. I hope you're not taking your kids to the store.
No, they don't go to the grocery store with me. No.
They must be stir crazy. Being home.
A little bit.
Are they doing Zoom school yet?
No. They have Google Classroom, but they're not like,
They don't.
I think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that's where it's going to evolve to. Our district is doing planning 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. Okay. So this week will be the end of the second week. So we will see how this goes and where it goes if we extend. If we extend, I think Zoom classrooms are going to start happening.
I saw a teacher, first grade teacher, and she had her kids. Of course, Pico, even virtually, Pico got to make his presence known. But anywho, so I saw this first grade teacher. She's having a Zoom, and what she does is it's not so much she makes the parents give them the homework, like she gives the parents the work that they work out at home. But in the class, it's more about engaging with their peers. And so she picks 3 kids each day to tell them what they did for the day, what they do the day before, how they spend their day. They let them introduce like one of their pets to the class through the Zoom.
Oh, like, I love that.
So they're engaging with their friends, and it's not all like doom and gloom and that kind of thing. So I thought that was cool. And then obviously you see all these people, reading books online and stuff like that. So
I love that.
Yeah, definitely cool.
They have to do writing every day. And one of them is like every other day, because I make them draw a little picture with it and then 5 sentences. One of them is like, if you read this, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a 45-year-old bipolar depressed person, because like one day it's like, I have a bad day, I can't go outside. The next day is like, I played with Play-Doh, played with Army Men. It's a sad day. All I do is work.
Oh, at least your kids have I feel bad for those single kids with like a single no friends. Like it's tough out there for them kids. They're just a new world for them. Definitely a new world.
Well, you didn't have this growing up, obviously, but I didn't live with my brother while I was in high school. But when I was little, I lived with my brother. We all lived in the same house. I can't imagine, like you said, like an only child going through this. And then like you're stuck with one of your parents that are trying not to speak to you for a moment. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I feel for everybody out there. I mean, I got it pretty good right now. You know what I mean? I get sad at times of like the state of our country and our leadership and the lack of supplies, like necessary supplies, and people passing away and catching it. And I find it ironic, very, very ironic, that when we first started this show a few years ago, I coughed every fucking day. I had this cough that would not go. I don't even cough no more. So now I'm like, I must got it because I'm not coughing.
The end is near.
Oh my God. I'm not coughing no more. But I believe it's now I keep a humidifier going every night. So I think that just clears the air and helps me breathe a lot better so I don't have to cough anymore. But it is very funny that, you every day, every week you'd be like, how's the cough? It's like, I haven't coughed in so long. It's like, I ain't even saying that no more.
Um, that's yeah, but not like you scared to cough. Like you ever want to, like all I've been doing is
Yeah.
going to the grocery store. Like I'll go into Target to get some stuff, but like as soon as I walk in, sometimes like my allergies, because like there's dust.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you don't want to sneeze. You don't exactly.
and
I was in the store and the bitch coughed. So okay, so she saw her friend in the store and they were socially distanced, but I had to go between them to keep walking down the aisle, right? As soon as I come to the side of the one woman, she starts hysterically coughing. I looked back at her and gave her the eye like,
you better exit this place.
and she didn't say nothing. She was just like what's she gonna say? Really? She don't owe me an explanation. And if she has it, she has to go, I mean, you can order groceries, but it costs money.
It does cost money. I can't believe
They
it
probably
costs
raised
money
the prices
still.
too. They probably raised
what?
the price. They probably raised the prices.
And you know what else they're not? They like Stop and Shop, which is a local grocer here. They used to have where they'll pack it for you and you pick it up. They can't do that anymore. And your delivery is like 12 days out. That's hard.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's really tough.
I don't know.
I'm not with it.
You got to do what you got to do, though.
But I'm keeping my eye on those companies that are treating their employees right and doing the right thing by everybody. And I am very cognizant of where I'm going to be spending my money after all of this.
Me too.
So
like starting day one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've already decided there's a few things that are completely off the list, but I want to try to not go off on a complete tangent. I have one more item that I just don't understand.
Is this trending or this is part of, yeah, I said it?
No, I said it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I said it. I was cleaning out my closet and I decided to try on all my pants. I don't understand why pants have a meeting and decide to hate you and to make you feel less than and like you're not worthy. And I don't appreciate the feeling that I got. But whoever else ends up with these pants from the donation pile, I pray that they treat you better than they treated me.
You gotta blame grain. Blame the ground, blame potatoes, blame nature. Okay.
Listen, my son said to me, I was trying pants on and he's like, those don't fit. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you're not fat. You just thick. And I was like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, wow, I think I've trained him to not call me chubby, to just call me thick.
Well, you also trained your kids to say the word fat is a bad word. It's an ugly word.
Yeah.
So they're not about to call the woman that feeds them fat.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? I am sensitive about how they describe people or how they talk to people and to each other. So yeah, that's one of those words that I don't really appreciate them saying.
Although I will gladly come up there and be like, look at this fat ass. in a pretty hot and tempting kind of way.
Oh my God. You remember that?
Yes.
That was a long time ago.
Oh boy.
What about you? You got anything to add to the list? I've been going off forever.
I mean, there's nothing. When I think of it, it's usually in the moment. Like when I think, yeah, I said it. It's mainly about like. I guess what I would say is, for me, it's like an unpopular viewpoint. And I guess that's where you started with the Jessica Alba thing. But I suppose I can think of things that I consider unpopular where other people might be like, really? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, in my frame of mind right now, it's just not coming to me.
What I don't understand is
What?
what I don't understand is why they got rid of Mob Wives.
True.
Because we're about to
Yeah,
transition
but
to
it's the
Yep, That's
same. But
Trending, and this is
okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and transition.
and follow the train of thought here, because here's the thing. I
This,
don't just
this
like
is
I
yep.
understand
This is
Big
yep.
Ange is
That's
not a
trending. This is yep. That's trending.
Yep, That's Trending.
Okay. Go
Yep,
ahead.
That's Trending.
Okay.
So I understand Big Ange, may she rest in peace. She was a big component of the show. The show did get it took a hard left, but listen, I need the show to come back. And I'm going to tell you, here's my PowerPoint presentation, my dissertation, my diatribe, my thesis, my all of it, as to why they need to bring back this show or components of it. So, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I have not seen the new episode, but there was a clip of a fight between Kim and Kourtney. Well, Drita from Mob Wives decided to do a commentary to that clip, and it is, she's not the hero we wanted, but she is the hero that we needed. I didn't know I needed Drita to make a commentary video on this fight, so much so until after I saw it. She's monotone. She's really going in on it. Her thick Staten Island accent. She's everything I needed while watching this clip. And she was like, big mistake. That's why that is a clean, open hand slap. You could tell these girls have never fought before. And it is exactly what I needed for something, like, especially she was a gift, and I thank you, Drita. And I really need her to be doing more commentary on all things that pertain to the world.
I'm down with it.
And that's what I'm going to say about that. Now, you saw the clip.
I saw the clip.
You saw the clip. Uh-huh.
And I thought it was definitely everything that you said. It's everything that I didn't realize I needed. It was special. It was I don't know. She's like squint your eyes, you could see it. It was like crazy. It was, everything that
and then
you needed.
And then what I love that everything came out of this clip when she's just like, what is it?
Kendall?
Chloe.
Okay.
So Chloe,
we can hear them, Marissa.
Listen, it is what it is.
You can't get an hour? There's 24 hours in a day. I'm going to get on you every time we record. Mofos cannot leave you alone.
No.
And
I am the anchor. I'm the anchor of this sinking ship.
And you would think that, people quarantine, let me give her a break because she's been up my behind all day, every day.
No.
But anyway, I digress. So go ahead.
Yet I digress as well. So she was like, Chloe isn't worried about that. She's worried about your makeup on the wall. Oh my gosh. And then the meme that comes out with Chloe cleaning the wall from all the makeup. Like, exactly. How much makeup are you wearing that you knock into a wall and there's proper, like, big streaks of your makeup on the wall?
It could have been the blood dripping from her back.
No, it was makeup. You saw it. It was a big.
I'm just saying.
It looked like a doo-doo streak.
No, doo-doo brown. But what you call, Karen from Mob Wives, she has a show coming out.
Really?
Yeah, it's on MTV. Her sister was the creator of Mob Wives.
I remember that.
So that could also have something to do with why the show ended. She's gonna ride with her sister. If her sister's not getting along with people, and her sister's got to be on the show. There you go. So she has a show, and it's the Mob family. It's the whole families. Her family and her father. Her father was Sal Gravano.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? There was a movie they based him on a part in a movie.
What's Johnny Depp, right? Didn't he play the
I don't remember.
He was a hitman.
Yeah, but anyway, so was it Casino? Something like that? Or
I don't
Or
recall. I don't think so.
anyway, no, it was the other. Anyway, I know which one it was, but I can't think of the name of it at this moment. Johnny, something Darko, Johnny. Anyway,
Donnie Darko?
yeah,
No. That's
Donnie Blanc, Donnie's. Damn it. Anyway, so I think that's the name, Donnie something. Um, but anyway, so it's her daughter is trying to date a mobster and like somebody in a crime family, and then there's another family. They're all like kind of
Wait a minute. Her daughter's trying to date somebody in the mob or
like
in
who's a
the
son
crime
of
family?
whose son is part of a crime family. So and
Oh
her
boy.
daughter, the one thing that struck me is that when her daughter was on Mob Wives, you could clearly tell that her daughter was half black. On the show, on this show,
But they showed the dad, didn't they?
yeah, the dad is black.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's a black.
Oh,
You don't remember that?
no.
Yeah. So the father was black and the daughter was half black. They probably, there's certain um black people that just say they're Dominican until they get arrested, and then or they want NAACP benefits, and they're like, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. They're Puerto Rican until they're arrested, Dominican until they're arrested. You know what I mean? But that's another show for another day. But anyway, this girl looks nothing like she used to look. It's like crazy.
Is she Anglified?
Very much like Anglo. No, she's more. I don't want to say Anglified. It's like the Kardashian effect. Like long
Oh.
straight hair, the makeup, like ridiculous, ridiculous. But that's the way that the world is going. But a mob. I guess this is the closest we'll get to Mob Wives. This with this
It's
these
cr-
people.
it's crazy to me how you just created a point where it's crazy to me how, like, what was that in the 60s or the 70s where Twiggy inspired that very thin frame.
Right,
So the people that were popular with that frame, they were the forefront of beauty. Then the
right.
Kardashians came along and they um hyper accentuated certain things. So that's now the new standard of body, how people look now. And it's crazy to me. Like, I wonder what the next um beauty standard is going to evolve to. Is it going to go back to ultra thin, or is it going to never be that way again? I don't know. It's a question for the ages, but it's funny to me how now I see it, how that long straight dark hair is the standard of beauty across the board. That hyper accentuated body frame as well
I think
is
it's the
the
standard of beauty for many, but I think the clear standard continues to be blonde and blue eyed. I do. Like girls are still dark haired girls, black women, Hispanic women that have dark eyes. They're steady still getting light eyes. I mean, look at Tiny, goes all the way to Africa to get light eyes. Her daughter does the same thing, has complications and gets them reversed.
oh, you could get a reverse. I didn't think you could.
Yeah. I guess over in this place in Africa. But then you see Chloe, like she seems to be more comfortable being a blonde. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like one of those things where I think this thing is a fad, but it always comes in different incarnations, whether it's
Yeah.
curvaceous Marilyn Monroe or it's, Jennifer Lopez, it's Kim Kardashian, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day,
But I wonder what's the next standard going to
it's the
be?
same thing. It's always the same incarnation. But at the end of the day, um, we have the Gwyneth Paltrow, who's always going to be the standard. You know what I mean? Her look.
She's another one. You see her
We
Goop
moved on
website?
from, yeah, I said it.
No, 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 no. Hold on a second though. Because she's always trending. So I feel like she is always trending. So if it's not a yoni egg, it's a $700 vibrator. It's she's insane. She came out that during this time, um, this time of quarantine, that people should do her suggestion was to do things to expand yourself, which is either write a book or learn a new language.
Okay. What, you have a problem with that?
My problem is the cavalier attitude of it all, where things, while there are access to free things in order for these things to happen, but there's also a certain level of uh entitlements that have to happen. So yeah, there are free websites that you have to have, but you also have to have a device in order to do that. You have to have Wi-Fi, you have to have open architecture for these things. Libraries are closed. Not everyone has access to all these things. Writing a book?
This is what I think. I think the problem that people like you, people like me, many people make is that we misconstrue her words for us. Everybody ain't speaking to us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not, her advice is not for boo boo around the corner, you know, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
for, it's for, you know, the Bethany Frankels, Robin Roberts of the world, the Gail Kings. It's not for me and you. It's not for the people that are working in groceries. It's not for them. So just because we have access to it doesn't mean that that it's for us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Mm-hmm.
we talked about Culture Vultures a few weeks ago, which continues to be one of our highest rated shows, our highest downloaded stream shows. It's people are taking over, or not taking over, but they're borrowing culture that was not made for them. You know what I'm saying? The shade
Mm-hmm.
doesn't exist for Gwyneth Paltrow, just like the Goop doesn't exist for the Shade Room. Well, we have access to it, but that doesn't mean it's for us. So she can go ahead and say what she want to talk about her $100 dildo. That ain't made for us though. You can take a peek and to see what they're talking about. You know what I mean? But it ain't
Mm-hmm.
like when you think about like just regular stuff. You go in the supermarket, it's like, okay, Trader Joe's ain't for everybody. Even though it's for everybody, it ain't for everybody. Whole Food is for everybody, but it's really not for everybody because not everybody can afford those places. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that do all their grocery shopping at the dollar store. So just because we're privy to her opinions and what she feels and whatever, doesn't mean that she was saying it for us. So
That's a good point.
I know.
Oh my God, shut up. It's funny how do you ever feel like you tote the line as to who and whom people with an extended platform are speaking to? You know, when you have there's a lot of these like YouTube and as they call them, influencers, that I have no idea who they are. But
Right.
every once in a while you get like a clip of something of like, you know, hey guys, this is I'm gonna show you how to do whatever, right?
Right.
And do you ever feel like you're toting the line of like, how did this come up on my algorithm? Like, I'm a 40-year-old like mom of three.
I
I've
think it
got
comes up. I honestly think it comes up because you may have you may have interacted with somebody who heavily interacts with that.
okay.
You know, I just think that that's because there's certain things that come up on my feed. I'm like not interested in that. I'm sure if you go on your Instagram feed, you might see some sports stuff. You're like, I don't even watch sports. But
Yeah.
if you interact with me all the time, you send in DMs,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you get a picture of Carmelo Anthony. You're like, what the hell?
Who is that?
Yeah. So it's all about who you
Who is this
interact.
very tall person?
Right. It's all about, or if it's like, you know, when we do our yep yeah yes posts and we tag a lot of stuff or
Yeah.
hashtag a lot of stuff, and then it could be just like it could be a picture of I don't know, like we can say Kenya Moore, right? But then
Right.
all the tags are all this other stuff, and there happen to be tags that are popular and stuff that we had no idea that it was popular on, and then all of a sudden we're getting inundated with stuff related to because we tagged that one thing that we didn't even realize
Yeah.
like a thing.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so, like
Yeah,
too much, just too much into that. Like whoever came up with all that algorithm and all this, cookies and shit like that. Yo, I really hope they make it a lot of money.
they probably are
I hope so.
on their private island somewhere
With no
with
corona.
with no corona and a whole bunch of paper towels.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
That's that.
homie,
Yeah.
I appreciate you going down this diatribe with me today.
Of course. Of course. It was good to talk to you. I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't
Your
seen
face
any
is
of any of
beautiful.
my friends.
Have
It's
you been
not a
doing
dog.
any
I have no
regimens?
light. No, I don't wash my face. Oh,
That's it?
Neutrogena. I switched to Neutrogena. That might be it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you know what? I feel like Neutrogena gets everything out. It's almost like your skin gets bad and then it gets beautiful.
yeah, I guess. Plus, I ain't going nowhere.
Oh.
Drinking a
You
lot
know
of
what?
wine, drinking a lot of
Have you?
whiskey. Yes, drinking every day. I don't have to work. Every night I don't have to work. The next day, I have myself
Uh-huh.
a drink. The other night I was telling one of my friends, because she was like, "This is gonna turn us into alcoholics." I was like, "Bitch, I don't give a shit. I wake up and finish the drink I didn't finish last night."
Oh my God.
I'm like, it's got fruit punch and,
It's got
and
juice.
whiskey. If shoot, I'm finishing that
That's keeping
cocktail.
the corona away.
Right. That's why I don't drink no beer because I can't drink beer in the morning, but I can drink a some
A
fruit
mixed
punch,
drink,
some Tropicana, and
a cocktail.
good old Douce.
What?
Can you see it?
Ah, hey.
The cameras. Douce. Anyway,
I found my I didn't find, I knew exactly where it was, but I've been digging into my beauty stash. I've done so many hair masks. I've I've done so many like new creams and body polishes and skin polishes and uh
how's it working?
it's okay. I think it's okay.
Have you given yourself manicures and pedicures?
No manicures, no pedicures. But obviously keeping my nails neat and clean, but nothing like
I cut mine down to the cuticles because I started thinking to myself, like, we out here, the last thing I need is stuff to get in my nails. Like, I just keep
that's
them.
very important. That's a very important thing.
All these people out here with long nails, I'm like, yeah, any way that I can prevent any kind of corona, because I don't have like, I'm not making a face mask. I just like whatever. I hope I had it and I recovered. Let's put it that way. Okay.
So now you have the antibodies for it.
I hope so. I hope I don't get. I had a moment where, like, for a day where I wasn't feeling great, but it could have been my menstruation. So I don't know. What's so
Yeah.
funny?
No, because I was thinking that the other day. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I got my menstruation and I'm like, oh, this is why.
Yeah.
This is it.
So you never know.
Yeah. Well,
Anywho,
homie, I love you.
love you too.
You're perfect.
Now change.
Exactly. Change your morning pajamas into night pajamas.
Bitch, I still got my pajamas on. Wearing my old
Hey,
college, my old
Johnson C. Smith.
college sweatshirt. But yeah. Anyway, you take care. We'll connect with the people on our platform within a few days or so. In the meantime, catch up on the podcast. Where can they catch us?
Yep, yeah, yes, 18 on Instagram and Twitter. The Yep, yeah, yes podcast on Facebook, and the Yep, yeah, yes podcast on all your podcast streaming devices.
Holla. Bye now.
Bye now.